Hello there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'm bringing you a double reaction to Running Up That Hill. We're first going to hear the original by Kate Bush and then we're going to hear VoicePlay featuring Ashley Diane do a cover of it. I'm excited for this one and I actually wanted to briefly explain sort of my history with this song Running Up That Hill because I have heard it before but not from Kate Bush and not from VoicePlay, but in a sort of roundabout way. So I'll start at the beginning. When I was a kid, I used to love watching WWE. For those of you who don't know, that is World Wrestling Entertainment. So, every Friday I would watch Friday Night SmackDown. The wrestlers would do their thing. They would fight each other in the ring, back and forth, a lot of drama, a lot of epic scenes, amazing storylines. Super fun. So for me as a kid, I'm like, wow, these are superheroes to me. They're so jacked. They're so cool. I'm going to go look up YouTube videos of these, of these fights, of these wrestlers. And in some of the videos I would find, there would be fights of the raw footage or footage of the raw fights. And there would also be like montages. So I remember one of those montages I had watched like probably like dozens of times was I think John Cena versus Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in a 1v1v1 matchup where Shawn Michaels and Triple H were buddies and then there was a betrayal and then it actually became a free-for-all. So that is like already a crazy plot line in and of itself. But then you stack on top of it, in the montage they were playing the song Running Up That Hill. Now, it wasn't the Kate Bush version, it was a version by a band named Placebo. If you haven't heard that, I would also encourage you to go check that out in your own time. That is the version that I'm familiar with. And then I believe, I don't really watch much Stranger Things. I watched the first season, I haven't gotten around to the other seasons. But I believe that this song also has re-blown up because of Stranger Things. So yeah, roundabout history with this song, and now it feels like many years later I'm actually fully immersing myself in this world. So I'm excited to jump in, but before we do, let's thank Gundala the Upbeat for this generous donation request. And thank you, Gundala, for dedicating this to all the voice players out there. Love you guys. Now, let's jump in. The guitar keyboard. Classic.
It doesn't hurt me.
Wow.
Do you wanna feel how it feels?
This is like theatrical.
Do you wanna know that it doesn't hurt me?
Da, da,
Do
da.
you wanna hear about the deal they're making? It's you and me. If only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap out places. Be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building.
Yeah.
See if only could.
Look at her posture. She's like standing like the Statue of Liberty. If I only could make a deal with God. And I'm noticing in, Kate Bush's original version, she's singing the lyrics quicker than I'm used to with the Placebo version.
You don't wanna hurt me, but see how deep the wound lies. Unaware and tearing you asunder. Oh, there is thunder in our hearts. Is there so much heat for the ones we love? Oh, tell me we both matter, don't we? You. It's you and me.
it's interesting now that I like take some time to just reflect on these lyrics. This song is about, I thought it was always a conversation between a person and God, and in a literal sense, yes, it is. But it more so has to do with two individuals in a relationship trying to understand each other. It's about empathy and seeing what it's like from the other person's perspective. Right? Am I right about that? It feels right. Get him to swap our places, not my place with God. Yeah, that was the... Wow, I've made that mistake for so many years then. It wasn't swapping my place with God, it was swapping my place with my partner. Could he swap our places, not our places? Wow. It took me this many years. Jesus. Wow. My brain is breaking now. It's a beautiful melody. The backing vocals there made that feel so like chaotic. It's like the voices of hell behind her. No problem. Oh my god, she's about to shoot the camera. She's about to shoot the cameraman. Don't do it! Don't do this! Okay. It's Cupid's bow right there. Wow. That's beautiful. And it's interesting hearing the original now after all of the time that I could have heard the original and I didn't. It's a very, again, theatrical performance is what comes to my mind. She has a very lofty voice. It sits really high up here. If I only could. It's slightly like operatic, but the better part of me thinks it's more like a pop opera style. And then weirdly enough, part of my brain goes to, this sounds a little bit like Queen. But, you know, that's Kate Bush. I gotta say, what blows my mind so much about what I just experienced is the fact that I just figured out it wasn't about me swapping my place with God. It's about me swapping my place with my partner. I think that is the revelation that I'm having. So now this was my, I think, second time hearing Kate Bush. I heard her in Wuthering Heights earlier, like a handful of reactions back. But now we get to hear VoicePlay covering Running Up That Hill, and boy am I excited. Whoa. That creates like a weird warp effect. Let's see, they're doing it. Wow. Ah. They picked the perfect person for Kate's voice. Da, 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 da. But do you hear it in the beatboxing, the same triplet pattern? Tuk-tum, 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 that kind of gallop feel?
Do you wanna know? No, it doesn't hurt me. Do you wanna hear about the deal?
Oh, yeah. Ellie.
It's you and me. You and me. And if I only could, I could deal with God. And I get him to swap our places. Be running up that road. Be running up that hill. Be running up that building.
You're gonna just toss in a run like that?
Be running up that hill. Be running up that building.
The layering, the bounciness. This is a very dynamic cover. Oh. We've swapped our places. Oh. It's a throuple.
It's you and me.
Yes.
It's you and me. Won't be unhappy.
Oh.
I make a deal with God. I get him to swap our places. Be running up that road. Be running up that hill. Be running up that
Yeah. Oh my god. These melodies, bro. I love when Ashley does this. If it wasn't Rachel Potter, it would be her.
Come on, baby. Come on, darling.
Let me steal this moment from you now.
Wow, this is a modification for sure.
Angel, come on, darling. Let's exchange the experience. If I only could, I make a deal with God, and I get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, be running up that hill.
Oh.
With no problem.
Headphones in. She's elevating. Oh my god. It's like how I feel listening to VoicePlay. They're all concerned. Was that Lane doing that? Was that him? For real? That sounds digital. How? Like, where does that come from? Which part of your voice does that come from? back to earth. She's like, I didn't even know I was this good. I started ascending. Yeah, running up that hill will always have a special place in my heart. I sincerely encourage you to go check out the version by Placebo. It's definitely different than the two we heard, a bit more dreary and melancholic, which, is always up Sohum's alley. I liked doing this double reaction today. Hearing the original, it gives me so much context for how it originally sounded, of course, and I could just get to know more about Kate Bush's style. She is very, ready to just sing. She's prepared, she's professional, but again, there's that pop opera theatrical feel about all of it, which it's an interesting element to her singing, which I can appreciate. And then of course VoicePlay taking a song that is beloved by so many and completely morphing it, re-envisioning it in a way that isn't obvious, right? And you could say all you have to do for a cover is to just replicate the melody and then just change a few of the phrases here and there. But they do more than that. They change the fundamental structure of the song. They play with the rhythm as well as all of the arranging of the voices and everything that we hear in the a cappella. It really goes to show you how ingenious they are at making a full track just from the human voice. I don't think we truly appreciate how impressive that is because, after having done many VoicePlay reactions and listening to them, it can kind of be taken for granted that these are human voices and not just instruments. I need to reorient my brain to appreciating the fact, first and foremost, that this is just human voice and it sounds perfect. Every part of the mix is accounted for. They create such a full sound. Any cover that stands in their way, they're just going to dominate. This was no exception, and I like the little bonus of Ashley elevating at the end. It sort of reminds me of a few horror movies I've seen, but we don't have to go there. I hope you enjoyed the reaction today. If you did and would like to request one yourself, you can always do so by clicking the first link down below. It's been a pleasure listening alongside you today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my friends. Take care and peace.